Kann nicht ausgewählt werden, finde alle Teile dieses Manuskripts, um es lesen zu können. Na jo, machen wir. Wow, ich habe 3 Punkte und ich habe noch 3 Manuskripte. Okay. Ne, 4. Was ist das? Überzeugung. 1 Punkt in Belesenheit. Das ist Sprachen und... Machen wir Sprachen. Gut. La 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 la. Who's that girl?
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became
Boah,
lost.
der Nase.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Ja, letztes Mal haben wir die Tür geknackt. Das war auch nicht so easy. Das hat ziemlich genervt. Und dann ging es auf und dann war es fertig. Also jetzt Episode 4. Episode 4. Star Wars Episode 4. Scheiß Star Wars. Eigentlich ist mir ein bisschen schlecht. Ja, ich weiß nicht warum. Keine Ahnung. Bisschen komisch heute. Bisschen Miet, scheiße. Ich mache ja gerade so eine... egal, vergesst, es geht los. Krypta. 23. Also jetzt hab ich ja nicht gesehen. Ach, scheiß was drauf. The Council, Episode 4, Burning Bridges. Brennende Brücken.
Where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around.
Cool. Nicht sagen, wir sollten auf der Hut sein.
Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
Aber jetzt wird's endlich mal interessant.
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Er hat doch gesagt, er hat sie ausgetauscht, oder?
Yes. The centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
Ja.
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis. I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm
Na
saying.
egal, du hast auf einen
All
Menschen
right,
geschossen.
we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Aber ich gucke mich jetzt hier mal um. Gibt's hier irgendwas? Ja, hier wird es doch wohl irgendwas geben. Oh, kann ich den aufmachen? Das Inventar verlassen. Doch scheiße.
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You could tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient. I'd say it's several centuries old. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
Keine Ahnung, wenn du das nicht weißt. Wenn er das nicht weiß, wer dann? Ich weiß das doch nicht. Alter, hoffentlich finde ich hier wieder raus, ey.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon.
Wow. Das hat sich gelohnt. Nicht. Was ist das?
We can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Also jetzt weiß ich, dass hier unten eine ist. Das ist schon mal gut, mit einem Fisch drauf. Aber so ein paar Sachen wären echt nice, wenn ich noch so ein paar Sachen finden würde. Oh, noch eine Lanze.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Okay. Oh, da liegt noch eine. Oh, Alter, die liegen ja alle hier.
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Okay. Ja, den mitnehmen nehme ich, tue ich jetzt erstmal keine. Ich gucke mir die jetzt erstmal alle an, dann befrage ich den Kardinal und dann entscheide ich mich.
A leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
Mit ihren scheiß Fischkacke. Wie viele Lanzen sind denn hier, Alter? War's das? Oh, da liegt was, oder? Ja, jo. Sehr schön. Es ist immer gut, das in der Hinterhand zu haben. Ja. Noch was hier? Ne. Was ist das?
Of Lord Mortimer.
Echt? Krass.
It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
Schwierigkeit 6, Alter. Bist du krank?
It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
Ja, aber das heißt ja nicht, dass ich ihn nicht untersuchen kann, ne? Hä?
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer.
Der war doch gerade auf.
Find here.
Bin ich jetzt
It's the only
behindert?
sarcophagus in this crypt which appears
Bin
to
ich
bear the
behindert? Der war doch
Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name.
Bin ich jetzt blöd oder war der gerade auf?
There's no inscription.
Warte. Alles klar. Hä? Das ergibt absolut keinen Sinn. Na, okay. Wie komme ich jetzt hier raus? Oh, guck mal, da liegt ja noch einer. Hab ich gar nicht gesehen.
I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape. It is clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
Ich glaube, das ist die mit der Sonne, wird das sein. So, ich gucke jetzt mal, dass ich hier rauskomme. Das war gerade richtig blöd, wisst ihr? Das Ding ist auf, aber ich kann nicht reingucken. Hä, was? Okay, wie komme ich jetzt hier raus? Digga, ich find's so scheiße, ja. Wie komme ich da raus? Hoffentlich komme ich da wieder raus. Also da hinten sind die ganzen Speere, da sind fast 4, 5 Stück, okay. Gut zu wissen. Jetzt muss ich erstmal mit dem Kardinal reden, um zu wissen, welchen ich überhaupt brauche. Ich glaube, hier, ja genau, von hier bin ich gekommen. Kann man da lang? Nö, doch, nö. Aber von hier bin ich gekommen, sehr gut. Und hier geht's raus. So, sage ich doch. Jetzt sind wir draußen. Jabbadabba. Juhu. So, raus hier. Jetzt muss ich den Kardinal Piaggi finden. Vielleicht ist er ja in seinem Zimmer und das wird einfacher, als wir denken. So, nicht wieder dieses Ganglabyrinth. Das ist so nervig. Warum? Tu mir das nicht an, Alter. Da ist schon mal nicht durch. Da geht's auch nicht durch. Lecco mio, ey. Ich wollte gerade sagen, leck mich am Arsch, aber sowas sagt man ja nicht, ne? Da lang, ja gut. Naja, okay, ich bin richtig. Das schon. Dann hier lang, dann da lang und dann sind wir schon raus. Oder besser gesagt drin. So, Kardinal Arschkopf. Oh, ich hätte Lust auf einen Knusperjoghurt, aber da müsste ich aufstehen. Und ich möchte euch nicht die Ohren voll knuspern. Knäuschen. Da knabbert an meinem Häuschen. La 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 la. Who's that girl? Oh, Party People, Einen Moment, geht gleich weiter. So. Ja, halte mir lieber die Kronjuwelen zu, Bro. Das ist... hier müsste aber die Treppe sein. Ja, jo, da ist ja die Treppe. Perfekt. So, die erste Folge war gut. Die zweite war fucking langweilig. Die dritte nimmt gegen Ende Fahrt auf und jetzt die vierte habe ich gerade angefangen. Also wir werden sehen. Aber jetzt sieht man, worauf das Spiel hinaus will endlich. Ich habe die ganze Zeit nicht so wirklich kapiert, was die von mir wollen. Aber das soll wahrscheinlich so sein und das ist voll in Ordnung. Also, wenn man es dann weiß. Am Anfang wird man denken, das soll die Scheiße, Mann. Was soll die Scheiße, Mann? Sag mal, wo du hin willst. Ich komm mit. Ja, außerdem hat es 25 Euro gekostet. Das ist nicht so günstig. Na, obwohl, eigentlich ist es günstig. Oh, liegt da was? Liegt da was? Nee. Es war im Angebot, ich habe das Angebot verpasst und musste mir eine Woche später für 25 kaufen. Nicht geil, ne? Nicht geil. Wer wohnt hier?
President George Washington.
President George Washington. Hier wohnt, glaube ich, niemand, genau.
Monsignor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Da ist er doch.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. Venus and Cupid with a satyr, by Correggio. Innocence, indiscretion, and lechery. Giuseppe must love that. Love Triumphant, by Caravaggio. Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery. Amber crystals. My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbid.
Hä? Stehen da Bilder draußen?
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory for his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. I'm convinced you'll be able to strengthen our agreements. Please tell Sir Gregory that his enterprise concerning our friend, Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti, is following its course. I place my trust in you. May God bless you and give you protection. SS Giovanni Angelico Peraschi.
Okay. Der eine richtige Lounge hier.
Honey, I couldn't have
Oh
hoped for
yeah,
better.
Mann. Jetzt geht's. Oh, okay. Was ist jetzt passiert?
Let's have a look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church. All those hours of learning Latin declensions are going to pay off in the end. Mother will be proud. Now this could be interesting. Let's say a sancte, various representation criteria, of which are shown the most common throughout the centuries, and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear. That should help me identify it.
Wie ein Speer sieht die aus, okay.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Torquemada. Quite the contrast. Wow. The fanatical priest who created the Inquisition sends shivers down the spine. Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. Huh, that's me.
Ja, und hier Napoleon, gell?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Nee, da kann ich nicht rein. Ist ja blöd. Hier wohnt die Herzogin.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Hoffentlich ist die jetzt mal da. Die hab ich schon länger nicht mehr gesehen. Ja. Erst mir die Karotte heiß machen und dann abhauen. So geht's ja nicht, Madame. Nicht zu Hause, oder?
King George III in Coronation Robes. Nice touch for the room of an English Duchess.
Nicht da, aber hier war ich ja eh schon ein paar Mal. Aber ich glaube, ich konnte eine Sache nicht durchsuchen. Ach Gott, das habe ich schon 8-mal gelesen. Nicht immer das... Dass sie das nicht einfach wegmachen, ist wenn man das schon gelesen hat, einfach... Mal, wo ist denn die? Die erschießt ihre Schwester und seitdem ist sie weg.
The younger, addressed to Emily. A letter from William Pitt the elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam.
Habe ich auch schon gelesen. Wir gucken.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Also ich muss auf jeden Fall nach unten jetzt. Mal drauf geschissen ist hier. Also es ist in der Form von einem Speer, aber es gab mehrere, die aussehen wie ein Speer. Von daher bringt mir das nicht viel. Na? Party People. Aber was mir in dem Spiel sehr gut gefällt, ist, dass man ein bisschen nachdenken muss, dass es nicht ganz so easy ist. Das finde ich irgendwie sehr positiv und sehr erfrischend, weil... Was liegt hier? Sehr erfrischend. Ich krieg so behindert. Oh, es tut mir so leid. Sehr erfrischend, Leute. Das ist sehr erfrischend. Warum kann ich die Scheiße nicht lesen? Darf ich mal fragen, warum ich die nicht lesen kann? Darf ich mal fragen, warum ich die nicht lesen kann? Notizen. George Washington. Warte. Ah, komm, das ist mir jetzt viel zu klein.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Was? Ah, okay, gut. Egal. Wir sind weg. Mit der habe ich ja eh schon geredet. Essen gab es in dem anderen Raum. Was liegt hier? Jawohl. Also wenn man dieses Gelee Royal findet. Ich hoffe, das heißt Gelee. Ich werde so dumm. Gelee Royale, Alter. Vollständig. Nee, hier gibt es auch kein Essen. Ich glaube, ich bin falsch. I think I'm wrong, but I don't know it. Jetzt kommt die Bücherei, glaube ich. Und dann bin ich nee, okay, doch nicht. Bin ich falsch? Nee, ich glaube, der Raum, den ich suche, der kommt jetzt. Und wo es Essen gibt, das ist der Raum, der jetzt kommt, glaube ich. Wo diese Aussicht ist nach unten. Ich glaube es. Ladezeit wie 1990. Nee, das ist der Raum auch nicht. Von da bin ich gekommen. Wo ist der Scheißraum, wo es Fressen gibt? Ich mach euch alle kalt. Oder ist der hier hinten? Ich kam ja von draußen, fällt mir gerade ein. Gott, wenn der jetzt da ist, ey, das wäre so dumm. Aber ich habe ja gedacht, ich müsste nach oben auf sein Zimmer. Das ist ja das, was eigentlich jeder zuerst denkt. Ich soll den Kardinal Piacci finden, gehe ich in sein Zimmer. Jetzt heißt es, er frisst, also er isst. Oh Gott, ich bin so arg. Ich bin so eklig, Mann. Das ist definitiv falsch.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Da ist doch das Arbeitszimmer von Sir Lordy Mordy. Hold the line. Down, 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 down. Deine Mutter is always on time. Oh, oh, oh. Oder? Ne, wo bin ich denn jetzt? Ah, ich bin richtig. Das ist der Essensraum. Ist er das? Ne. Doch, das ist er, oder? Ah, jo, klar. Das ist er. I'm richtig. Brrr.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You're not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was
Ist von einem
nailed to
Dämon
the cross.
besessen.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking
So
for
we
the
may-
Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Your Eminence, you're worrying me. What is happening to you?
Nothing, Louis. Just a moment of weakness, but I'm better now. I am all ears. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with this.
Your words lack conviction, Louis. If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know. You have no reason to lie to me. Imagine you find it, which I don't doubt, given how resolute you are when you've got something on your mind. Then what? What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me, you can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She, too, spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus. You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she's frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss. Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine. Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses? Circe. Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia. Ah, Francois Ier. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Ich glaube, ich weiß, was ich hin muss. Ich muss in das Büro vernehmen. Die müsste eine Treppe sein. La 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 la.
Monsieur Johann van Wunde.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Fick dich. Der hat doch eine Lanze in der Hand, oder?
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see. I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with the lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it. Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look. Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534. Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance. There's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No. If Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
Die Kacke. Party people. Bin gleich da, ich muss noch gerade einem Kumpel antworten. Ah, mein Gott, diese Scheiße hier. So. Kann ich nicht raus? Doch. Okay. Sehr gut. Dann müsste ich wieder nach unten. So, ich nehme jetzt irgendeine. Das geht mir jetzt gerade ein bisschen auf den Sack, dass das immer alles so lange dauert, aber ich glaube, ich weiß, welches ist. Weil ich habe es ja gerade in den Notizen gelesen. Also, wir werden sehen. Wenn nicht, ich frage mich, ob man das sofort weiß oder ob man da später einen in den Arsch gefickt kriegt. Oh, ich muss aufhören, im Stream solche Sachen zu sagen. Sorry. Ob man das später nochmal Stress deswegen kriegt, wenn man das nicht hat oder so, oder die falsche hat, dass man das stiehlt oder irgend sowas. Das wäre ja schon irgendwie geil, wenn sich das irgendwie darauf auswirkt und man am Ende dann noch verreckt, wenn man die falsche aussucht. Ich hasse dieses Labyrinth, es ist kacke. Aber ich weiß jetzt so ungefähr, wie ich da durchkomme. Oh, war das jetzt gut? Oh, wieder falsch. War das jetzt gut, sage ich auch noch. Hier rum muss ich, gell? Oh, Lutsch. Jetzt aber. Ich könnte, denke ich mal, noch mit Van Wollen darüber reden, weil er ist ja Esoterik-Spezialist. Aber ich bin mir relativ sicher, dass ich weiß, welches ist. Aber relativ. Aber ich habe jetzt keinen Bock, stundenlang da rumzulabern. Ich möchte vorankommen und nicht noch 3 Wochen an dem Spiel hocken. Also ich bin mir relativ sicher und ich glaube, es müsste das sein. Es sei denn, das Spiel verarscht einen halt, aber ich bin mir relativ sicher. Ich meine, bei der Tür war ich auch richtig. Aber war ich mir auch relativ sicher und ich habe mir nicht die Hand abgeschnitten, ne? Aber warte mal, sind das nicht die heiligen Schriften hier?
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ.
Ah ja. Was steht da?
4 Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance. Ah, there. When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. Shimmering lance? What is this telling me? The medieval hermetic traditions evoked the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
Okay, das ist schon mal gut. Was ist denn jetzt wieder? Bitte lass es der richtige sein. Ich weiß nicht, ob man es direkt erfährt, aber... Kann man hier rüber? Nö, ne. Ey, ich hab keine Lust, dass das ganze Spiel am Ende im Arsch ist, nur weil ich das falsche Ding genommen habe, aber no risk, no fun, gell? Hä? Wie bin ich denn da gelaufen? Oh, was liegt denn da? Oh, da liegt ja einer.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape, but is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
Da ist er nicht, da ist ein Fisch drauf. Da ist eine Fisch drauf. Da bin ich mir sicher, dass da ein Fisch drauf ist. Und hier geht's wirklich nicht weiter. Wie bin ich denn vorhin gelaufen, Alter? Bin ich jetzt behindert? Nein, ich will jetzt keine bejahenden Wörter hören oder so. Ich bin am Lord Mortimers Sarg vorbeigekommen. War der nicht hier? Stimmt, ich bin vorhin anders da gelaufen. Mein Gott, Junge, kannst du nicht schneller laufen? Und das ist schon schneller laufen. Guck mal, wenn der normal läuft. Hier liegen die Lanzen, oder? Ne. Ah, da hinten. Oder? Ja, hier liegt eine. Oh Mann, ständig.
This lance has a leaf shape. It is copper-rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip. This lance has a leaf shape. It is copper-rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
Nein. Es ist in der Form eines Speers. Aber ich glaube, die ist es.
I can see this lance has a spear shape.
Speer.
It's copper rimmed.
Kupfer.
And has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Ich glaube, die ist
I
es.
must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Es muss sie einfach sein. Wenn es nicht ist, haben wir ein verficktes Problem. Ich hoffe, es war die richtige. Oh Gott, da gab's noch andere? Nein. Tu mir das nicht an, Alter. Tu es mir nicht an. Mach's nicht, Alter. Mach's nicht. Bin ich schon irgendwie bei Stufe 2?
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Oh, ich habe einen Trophäe gekriegt. Coolio. Okay. Liegt da was? Nehme ich. Ich mag es hier nicht. Da! Erschreckt mich halt, du Pisse.
Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Achso. Moment. Ich muss jetzt erstmal gucken. Napoleon, da hinten. Wow. Ich weiß nur, dass er immun gegen Überzeugung und Politik ist. Schlagen?
Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, de Richet. Where have you been?
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
All right, you win. Here, this is what I stole from Lord Mortimer. Sorry if it might have...
You must really take me for a fool.
Gleich wieder da. Na, was ist denn jetzt das scheiß Kabel, Alter? Da bin ich wieder. Ups, oh scheiße, ich bin ja komplett aus dem Spiel raus.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Ach, halt's Maul, Napoleon.
I am talking about what you are doing.
Was you are doing?
Is going to boost my
Scheiß Klischee. Habe ich nicht einen Löffel mitgenommen?
I just surprised Piaget and Volner.
Wo ist denn mein Löffel? Da.
Give me what you took from him immediately.
Immediately.
Keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Klatsche jetzt mal. Ja, du Pisser. So redest du nicht mit mir. Hat er dem einfach eine geballert, Alter. Geil. Ach nö, ist die falsche Richtung. Ups. Ramalam.
That name means nothing to me.
Ramalam, ding dong, Ramalam, ding ding dong, Ramalam, lam, ding dong. Ramalam, du. So. Aber beim Aldi gibt es jetzt, also von der Billigmarke, der Joghurt mit der Ecke, Billigmarke natürlich nicht der teure, Knusper-Joghurt Crisp, gibt es jetzt Vanille-Joghurt und Zimtschnecken. Lecker, lecker. Zimtig. Okay, aber ich habe hier was aufzuklären. Meine Fresse, dreh dich doch mal um jetzt. What? Warum komme ich da nicht durch? Hä? Triff dich mit deiner Mutter am Anleger. Ey, jo, da muss ich doch aber da durch. Hä? Was ist denn da jetzt los? Da wollen die, dass ich Sir Mortimer noch mal die Haare in die Hände laufen, oder was ist da los? Ich glaube nämlich genau das ist es, was die wollen. Der Anleger ist draußen. Jetzt laufe ich hier eigentlich weiter rein.
Actress, the Miller Brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Der lässt von seiner Mami verbieten, was er lesen darf. Danke. Was ist hier? Was ist das? Habe ich noch genug? Okay. Bin ich doch falsch gelaufen? Sieht ganz danach aus. Ach, wen haben wir denn hier?
Am I disturbing you?
Ah, Durishe, congratulations on your efforts with Washington. I see that Sir Gregory was right to trust you.
Thank you.
Oh, while you're here, you wouldn't know who the last guest is, would you?
What do you mean?
I heard Sir Gregory speaking about it. A certain Al-Asif, something or other.
Who? What?
Obviously not. It's not important. Forget it.
No, hang on.
It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. We'll find out soon enough. I'm in a hurry right now. I'm waiting for someone. See you later, Louis.
Shit. I haven't time. I see you later.
All irgendwas ist ein Buch, soweit ich weiß. Und da kommt jetzt der das Buch geschrieben hat. Aber das wird ja keinen Sinn ergeben. Ja, obwohl, wenn es da wirklich um... Naja, Spoiler jetzt mal nicht. Ja. Okay, bin anscheinend doch in die falsche Richtung gelaufen. Ah jo, klar, das ist der Ausgang.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you. Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons. She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family, but it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
Interessant. Warum geht das nicht? Oh, ich habe noch viel Scheiße.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis, demon is just a word. It all depends on what exists beneath the surface. I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. Don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in everyone. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock secrets.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
My lord, to tell you the truth, I don't see myself as a scientist.
Well, consider us as a simple species still unknown to most of men. Thus we are born. We have the capacity to change bodies, that is all.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that, don't worry.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Was ist das? Was war das da hinten gerade?
So, Von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What? You mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but He is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summoned the demon in question and initiate a conference.
Leck mich. Kacke. Was ist der Anschluss? Was ist denn der Kackanschluss, Mann? Hä? Bin ich jetzt blöd? Da. Wow.
The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
Would you like that?
I must admit that the idea is appealing.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me. You are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son. Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Hang on. You mean to say that if someone lies to me that I will know?
Exactly.
But that's just incredible.
You still need to practice, though. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
You're right. I need to go now. See you later, Father.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Okay.
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident, I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her.
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark. She seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. You understand that, don't you? Is it really for him that you left me, Emily? That's pathetic. Look, he still doesn't get it for crying out loud.
Emma? The bitch. Bitch.
What? Louis, what's wrong with you?
No, you are not Emily.
Ah, that. It took you long enough to figure it out, though. Oh, I felt sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis. What do you expect? It wasn't my fault. Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
What?
Oh, you still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
It was me, of course. I assure you, you got something a whole lot better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived. Right. Take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody. If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires. If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires.
But you've lost your mind.
That's enough. That's not how you talk to a lady.
I'd like to be alone, madam.
That's all right. I'd rather that too. See you later, Louis.
Es ging ja gar kein anderer Weg. Was soll denn die Verarsche jetzt?
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute. Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Well, if our goal is to direct the future of humanity, it'd work out easier through a monarchic system rather than a democracy.
I see you're a quick learner. From now on, you know the fence that separates William from the rest of the family. If only he would stop steering the destinies of certain countries like France or the United States of America in such a dangerous direction. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you offering me an alliance?
Louis, I do not believe that just because your father is mistaken, all is lost for you. You owe William nothing, so there's nothing obliging you to support him. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Duke Manuel Godoy. Duchess Emily Hillsborough. We have to talk.
I was just wondering.
Oh, what's she smiling for?
Right. I shall begin. It's going to be an awful lot for you to take in on just one day, but I must tell you that I'm a demon too.
Excuse me?
I know that you are too. Gregory told me everything during my convalescence. And that isn't all. I'm also Mortimer's daughter. You understand what that means, I hope. That's right. I am a demon too. And I am your sister. And we also slept together. But don't be too hard on yourself. It's a bit unnatural when you think about it. But then you couldn't know. This way at least, everything stays in the family. It's for the best. It mustn't prevent us from living out our affair in the open, however.
Our affair? Have you lost your mind?
I'm far too soft on you. I'll let you have everything, of course. So don't be nasty, if you don't mind.
She's not all there. It's plain to see. Yes, true. It's been a long day.
Yes. You ought to get some rest. You can sleep there. You know that, right? Although, thinking about it, best remain discreet for the time being. We shall go see Father later and tell him everything. Of course, he'll be disappointed because he bet it would be Emily, I think.
Whoa. She is completely mad.
But I think he will be proud of me when all is said and done.
She's talking to herself. She can't even see me.
He loves me. Oh, he loves me not. Yes, we'll have to tell Father all about this. But I don't want to live on this island. It's too cold.
There's no point in insisting anymore. I'm going, Emma.
Yes, I'll see you later. La 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 Louie. La la la.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Louis, busy as always, I see.
How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Well, Mr. Godoy heard that we are expecting a last-minute guest.
Pardon?
Yes, a certain Al-Azif.
Strange. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I might as well not hang out here any longer, if he has nothing to say.
Me neither.
He must have misunderstood. The conference has started. Godoy is a little too used to court intrigue, if you ask me.
I agree with you. Well, nevertheless, I hope I have distracted you a little.
Yes, thank you, Louis. I don't need much. And don't hesitate if you ever do have any news.
I won't, Mr. President.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You have made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. At peace, really. Oddly enough, I understand things that have happened to me better now.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
According to him, the family is a prickly subject for you.
He exaggerates. I don't have problems with all our family, far from it. I admit I find it difficult to follow the path set out before me sometimes. I don't share their vision, and they don't understand me.
They find you unstable.
I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce. What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are? I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill. Not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaggi to inform the Pope he has changed sides. Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it. Monsieur Johann van Vulner. President George Washington. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence. I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another holy grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts. Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence. I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence. Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me. Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different. Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote. There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793. 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 Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Hoffentlich ist es auch richtig, ja.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today is the 24/01/1793.
Mann, echt. Mal angucken erstmal.
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages. I think it's in Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility. Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now. Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now. In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. A circle with a cross inside.
Ach ja. Alter, was ist denn da los? Ja, genau. Ihr kennt ja diese beschissene Audiokorrektur am Handy. Willst du was schreiben? Ich wollte irgendwie schreiben, habe ich nicht. Und das schreibt irgendwas mit hab nicht. Keine Sau, Alter, was der da schreibt, echt. Oh, lutsch mich doch. Das kann doch, ey. Die scheiß Touchpad. Ich wünsche mir einfach wieder ein Handy mit normalen Dingern, echt. Bin gleich wieder da, ich spiele gleich weiter. Ey. Boah, mir ist voll warm, ey. So. Welcher war das nochmal?
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign language. Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now.
Also den soll ich schon mal nicht nehmen. Das ist der linke, ne? Ne, das ist der rechte.
This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
Ich wüsste, was das heißt.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Also ich würde den mittleren nehmen.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
So. Oh, was der korrekte? Geil. Als ja abgehakt worden. Brief habe ich ja schon gelesen.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi? The old goat is going to drop us. The lousy turncoat. Oh, he'd better not tell me he just fell asleep.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
Was?
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he? The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
I refuse to get involved. That's against the rules, for heaven's sake.
The rules? The consequences of the conference could well destabilize the world order. It's our duty to shelve Mortimer's project, and to accomplish that, anything goes.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it. He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body. Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
President George Washington.
Woher wissen die das alle? Sorry, ich bin im Speisesaal. Okay.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Not much else to say, other than I've already developed a taste for it.
Delighted to hear it. Bear in mind that you will discover many new things by going from body to body.
Is it possible to go from one body to another several times?
With practice, yes. Some of us have become masters in the art of bouncing from one body to another, to the extent that they can't be found. But you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
How dare you?
You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William? When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
Whatever the consequences?
What do you mean?
Let's say it hardly leaves any room for free will. Now does it?
It's the adults' responsibility to provide education for their children, Louis. Our family only ensures, through its experience, that demons do not lose themselves in rash decision-making.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened. You don't know our family. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human? It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own. Forever. I'm a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is?
You.
My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.